Hello friends, welcome to this week's video. A little bit belated, but happy Ganapati, happy Ganesh Chaturthi. It was on the 10th. This celebration continues until Visarjan, which is on the 19th or 20th, depending on when you are celebrating. In this week's video, I'm going to show you how to make these 2-ingredient modak, which according to legend are Ganesh's favorite food. I saw many versions of this online, I gave it a try, and I'm happy to report that it is indeed very simple. I've never made mithai or any type of Indian sweets before, so I'm very hopeful that if I can do it, then you can also do it. Let's take a look at the very short ingredient list. Although I have 3 items on this plate, the only 2 actual ingredients are the paneer and condensed milk. I have a little bit of desiccated coconut, which I'm going to powder in my little grinder. It's a coffee spice grinder, but I'm using it to powder this coconut. And this is completely optional, but I'm going to coat some of the modak in this powdered coconut. Now that I've done that, I'm going to get started with what is actually step 1, and that is to grate the paneer. I think this step is necessary, and I think it's better than crumbling the paneer by hand, because once we finish grating this paneer, we are going to crumble it even further. Grating it first is what's going to help ensure that we crumble this paneer as finely as possible. And we're just going to use our hands to do that. Our clean hands, obviously. As I break up this paneer even further, you can see how nicely crumbled, how finely crumbled it actually is. And it would not be like this had we not grated it first. So now that we have a finely crumbled paneer, it's time to transfer it to a pan over medium-high heat. We are just going to warm this up a little bit and add the condensed milk. Now I do have exact measurements for you down below, but when it comes to the condensed milk, you really want to add a little bit, incorporate it, give it a little taste, and then adjust if necessary. The paneer is not going to absorb the condensed milk. What's happening here is we are adding a little bit of sweetness because condensed milk is so sweet, and we are adding a little bit of moisture to this paneer. It's too dry and crumbly on its own, although it is the perfect texture, but we need that moisture to help shape the modak. Here you can see that I've transferred the paneer to a dish and I've spread it out a little bit to help cool it down so that I can safely handle it. Seeing as this was my first time making any form of mithai, I don't really have any secret tips to share or anything. All I can tell you is that I squeezed and pressed the paneer gently in my hands until it held its own shape, and then I pinched the top to form the typical shape of a modak. This is a very simple recipe for modak, not like the more traditional ones which are steamed and stuffed. So I would suggest that if you want to speed things up, you might even make some round modak. And those are the ones that are very easy to coat in the powdered coconut, or you could coat them in milk powder if you prefer. And then obviously, if you would like to take this to the next level, you can decorate your modak even further. This is some edible gold leaf. Pranav actually bought it a little while ago when he made shahi tukda, and I thought that I would be able to handle it if I used tweezers. It turns out that the gold leaf is quite finicky and fragile at the same time, but in spite of that, I was able to decorate quite a few of the modak, and I was pretty pleased with my efforts. Visually, they are okay. In terms of flavor and texture, they are a 9.5 out of 10. I was very pleased with how they tasted. They had a very similar texture and flavor to shondesh, which is a Bengali mithai. I offered my modak to baby Ganesh. I don't have a murti at home, but I have this little stuffed toy that belongs to Mahi. And if you ask me, he certainly does not look offended by my efforts. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel where I post content every Monday, and I hope that you are happy, safe, and well wherever you are. I hope that you have a prosperous Ganapati, and I hope that Ganesh gives you the strength to overcome any challenges or obstacles that you have in your life at this point in time. So I'll see you very soon, and with that, I guess I'll just say bye-bye.